Dorian is the only game in town right now in the tropics, and it's over the open Atlantic. There's plenty of warm water, and over the next 24 hours, upper-level winds will become quite conducive for strengthening. Over the past 6 hours, the storm has moved north-northwest. We don't see an eye yet. It's a Cat 1 storm this evening with winds of 85. We expect it to develop into a 2, then a 3 by tomorrow afternoon, then up to a 4 as it goes through the Bahamas, winds sustained at 130, and make landfall as a 4 somewhere on the east coast of Florida as we head into Monday. Labor Day Monday now looks like is the timing on landfall. That's been pushed back. Yesterday it looked like a Sunday landfall. Now it's a Monday landfall. But exactly where the center of the storm is going to cross the Florida coastline is still quite uncertain. It may be up near Jacksonville, Vero Beach, or it could still cross the coast all the way down near Miami, anywhere inside the cones in play. That's why the governor of Florida has declared every county in Florida under a state of emergency, because we just don't know where it's going to make that direct impact. So everybody is preparing for the potential for a major hurricane to make landfall on their section of coastline. Cat 4, winds of 130 to 156 miles an hour. So what does that look like as far as wind damage to structures? Now again, this is not surge damage, this is wind damage. And we saw wind damage that a Category 4 hurricane can do during Harvey when it made landfall. The center, the Cat 4 wind part in Rockport, Texas, they took the direct hit from the northeast eye wall. We ended up with no wind, but we had all the rain. But you can see the wind damage, significant roof damage, shingles blown off, sections of wall can be knocked down, trees down all over the place. It is an absolute mess and very dangerous, those Category 4 hurricane winds. Okay, spaghetti plots, they've gotten fairly consistent with, once it makes landfall, making a slow turn to the north. So this could be a significant flood threat for northern Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas as we head into the middle of next week. We do not expect at this time that the storm is going to cross any further west than that into the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and that's good news for Texas, so we're not concerned about having any direct impacts here. What's steering the storm? We look at the mid-level winds at 18,000 feet. Here's Dorian, and right now we've got a little upper level low out over the Bahamas. That's actually going to help to bend it off to the west eventually. But remember, in the northern hemisphere, the Coriolis force wants to bend everything that moves off to the right. The storm wants to turn north up toward the northern waters of the Atlantic. But it can't do that because there's a high pressure area building into the north of it at the same time and moving simultaneously with it as the storm moves west. So that ridge of high pressure, this mountain of air up here, is literally blocking the storm from turning to the north. So instead of being able to bump up to the north, it's pushing it west, and that's why Florida is in play for a direct hit. Back to Houston quickly. Our 7-day outlook is very quiet. Summertime for Friday with a slight chance for a scattered shower, and we'll do that again mid-90s and only a 20% rain chance Saturday, Sunday, and Labor Day Monday as we watch Florida very carefully.